So with King of the Hill coming back for a revival this month on Hulu, I figured it was a good time to investigate one of the strangest moments in the history of Fox Kids. That time, the denizens of the block visited Arlen, Texas, in a stunt called Fox Kids Heads for the Hills. This stunt has delighted and mystified King of the Hill and Fox Kids fans alike since clips began surfacing on the internet. It's a mystery just begging to be solved. This is the story of the weirdest moment in Fox Kids history.
Fox Kids Club!
Kids Club!
Hey, if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe, it helps it in the algorithm. Also, sign up at patreon.com/JessMatthewsProductions to support my videos. And you can also contribute $50 for a pick of the week single episode review of any kid show out there. Your support makes everything I do possible. Thanks! Before we dig into this particular stunt, I want to touch on Fox Kids Stunts in general. While I'm not totally clear as to when these things started, they did seem to kick in around the 1992-93 season. Hosted stunts often came in several flavors. Celebrating a holiday, like the Warner siblings hosting Halloween or Eat the Cat waiting for Santa, promoting a major event like the MLB All-Star Game or the big football game at the end of the season, or promoting something specific to Fox or Fox Kids. The best example that I can think of would be Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Saturday. Right before the show's official weekday premiere on Fox Kids, the original 5 Rangers introduced themselves, plugged shows, and introduced the Fox Kids audience to a show that didn't easily lend itself to 30-second promotions. But these stunts didn't just promote Fox Kids. There were a number of stunts timed to primetime Fox programs or even 20th Century Fox movies. Sinbad showed up twice, once to plug his primetime Fox show and once to plug Jingle All the Way, because they weren't getting Schwarzenegger for that. Sinbad's second appearance was in 1996, 1 week after a stunt we do need to talk about: Fox Kids Bart Casting. Now, this is one of those things that was pretty much inevitable. If you were a child during the 1990s, The Simpsons was as much schoolyard fodder as Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers. Every kid in the country knew who Bart Simpson was. So it wasn't a shock that Fox Kids had Bart Simpson hosting a Saturday, timed to You Only Move Twice, aka the beloved Hank Scorpio episode, which Fox was billing as the season premiere, despite it being the second episode. Apparently, Treehouse of Horror didn't count in those days. What's interesting is when they did this stunt. Fox Kids started in fall 1990, the literal height of Bart Mania, the peak of The Simpsons ratings, where the show put up a convincing fight against NBC's Thursday night flagship, The Cosby Show. If there ever was a time to do a Simpsons stunt, it would be during the 1990-91 season. Instead, we got Bart Casting in 1996, long after the show's focus switched from Bart to Homer, and the show had established itself as primarily for adults. And this was by design. According to Margaret Lesh when I talked to her last year, Fox Kids was not allowed to use The Simpsons in promotions in any way, an edict handed down by both Fox and the show's producers at Gracie Films. Matt Groening was evidently pretty adamant about not presenting The Simpsons as a kid show, and even requests to air some of the Tracy Ullman shorts as bumpers were met with a hard no. So clearly something changed 6 years later to allow Bart Simpson to host the morning of Fox Kids. Now, Bart Casting is generally made up of reused animation from earlier Simpsons episodes. From what I can tell, the only original voiceover for this is Bart, and poor Nancy Cartwright sounds like she's under duress.
But what does this mean to you, the home viewer? Well, how about clips from The Simpsons all morning long, including a special sneak preview of the season premiere? And I'm just getting warmed up. Stick around for an all-new Beetleborgs next and a whole morning of fun with me as Fox Kids Bart Casting continues on Fox Kids.
Fox Kids did another Simpsons stunt a year later, Louie Live at The Simpsons. Louie Anderson, star of Fox Kids' hit Life with Louie, hosts from a real-life replica of the home of The Simpsons. This was not only again tied to the show's season premiere, but to a Fox contest where a lucky viewer could actually win said live-action Simpsons home. By the way, that house still exists, but its exterior and almost certainly its interior have been redone to remove most visible traces of its Springfieldian origins, though you can still see them if you look closely enough. This second stunt is a more logical fit to the existing Fox Kids audience. Louie Anderson was, after all, the star of a Fox Kids show, one of the biggest Fox Kids shows of that era, and it created a tangible and direct tie to the network. But also, Louie is hosting from a real-life Simpsons house, filled with candy colors and cartoonish excess. The unique visuals are immediately appealing to 7-year-olds. And of the two Simpsons shorts, I think this is the strongest one. It looks visually interesting, Louie Anderson is extremely game for the entire thing, and there's even some fun segments with Louie's animated dad and Fox Kids Countdown host Chris Leary. So the network did 2 successful stunts with The Simpsons, and it decided to go back to the Fox animation well a third time, just not with Homer, Bart, and the rest. Instead, we're going to visit Arlen, Texas.
Fox Kids invades Hank Hill's hometown with a brand spanking new lineup of the craziest critters.
New neighbors? Oh, this is more exciting than the Menlo Mart semi-annual clearance sale.
Be here when Fox Kids heads for the hills tomorrow morning.
Take the ride!
Okay, so let's unpack this. Fox Kids Heads for the Hills was, like the 2 Simpsons stunts before it, a series of interstitial segments around the Saturday morning lineup. This wasn't tied to a special series premiere, but it did come right after the February 1998 Take the Ride relaunch of Fox Kids. Not only was the lineup stacked top to bottom with new shows, but it also used custom CGI renders of the major Fox Kids stars, and those renders were in use here. Now, doing a stunt based on The Simpsons makes sense. That show has some level of cartoonishness. Hell, the episode Bart Casting was promoting had Homer working for a Bond villain. It's a show meant for adults, but kids could find something appealing in it. King of the Hill, less so. It's a bone-dry slice-of-life comedy about a middle-aged propane salesman in small-town Texas. And while the show is great, it's just hard to see it appealing to the 10-year-olds. Hell, it's not even the Mike Judge show that would appeal to the 10-year-olds. Fox Kids Heads for the Hills is a stunt that is, on its face, incomprehensible. It really is something that can only be explained by asking someone who would know. So, I asked someone who would know. I had the pleasure of speaking with Maureen Smith, the general manager of Fox Kids from 1997 to 2001, the person with direct day-to-day oversight of the network. And from what she told me, we're looking at the stunt all wrong. Most kids networks appeal to two general age demographics: kids 2 to 11 and kids 6 to 11. And you can also divide those further by gender, so boys 2 to 11, girls 2 to 11, and so forth. And yes, Fox Kids Heads for the Hills probably had little relevance to those demographics. But that's not who the network was aiming the stunt towards. No, this stunt took advantage of a curious phenomenon. Fox Kids was getting strong ratings amongst males 12 to 24, which overlapped quite nicely with the prized male 18 to 34 demographic that Fox was trying to get with their Sunday night sitcoms. That audience came to Fox Kids when X-Men became their biggest hit in 1992, and was probably also cultivated by shows with adult appeal like Eat the Cat and Sam and Max. Hell, that older audience showed up so well for The Tick that not only did it become big on Comedy Central of all places, but Fox Kids started promoting it to adults as well.
Honey, it's time.
All right. Tommy's at soccer practice.
Check.
Janie's at tap class.
Check.
Doors locked,
Check.
blinds drawn.
Check.
Pass me a spoon! Kids aren't the only ones who love The Tick. The Tick returns to Fox Kids Saturday at 10:30. Fox Kids rocks big kids too!
And Silver Surfer was a show largely in the same vein as X-Men, a literate, layered Marvel Comics adaptation that respected its source material and its audience. It had appeal to the same adult demographic that X-Men had aimed towards. So if Fox Kids Heads for the Hills seems like a stunt that wasn't aimed towards kids, well, it wasn't. Not really. This also explains why those Simpsons stunts happened. The Gracie Films folks probably dropped their opposition to Bart gracing the Fox Kids airwaves when they saw that hard demographic data. Now, this promotion wasn't one way. In return for King of the Hill getting promotional time on Fox Kids negotiated to have a 30-second spot with Silver Surfer air on King of the Hill. This would have been somewhat unusual for a Fox Kids spot to air on Fox Prime Time, but it was standard procedure for Fox Primetime spots to air on Fox Kids. Those promos would usually be for, well, The Simpsons, King of the Hill, or in later years, Malcolm in the Middle. Nothing on the level of, say, X-Files or Melrose Place. Local Fox affiliates would often provide their own promos for the Fox Primetime lineup, and according to Smith, they often didn't use the same discretion, leading to calls lighting up the Fox Kids switchboard. The King of the Hill stunt required all hands in the kitchen, not just the Fox Kids on-air promo team, but the teams at Fox Primetime and King of the Hill as well. Fox Primetime obviously to keep things in line with both networks, but King of the Hill to provide voice talent and make sure that nobody is acting out of character. Bart Casting almost certainly involved the same process, though from the clips of Fox Kids Heads for the Hills, the feel seems to be a bit closer to the show's humor. Unfortunately, I can't get a full read on Fox Kids Heads for the Hills, and that's because for all the stunt's notoriety, full clips of the event still elude us. I did ask, but unfortunately my efforts did not turn anything up. My hope is eventually it surfaces, because Fox Kids Heads for the Hills is fascinating just for the fact they did it. Fox Kids and Fox crossovers kind of dry up after this, as did hosted stunts on the whole. There were a few, notably in 1999 fall preview starring the cast of Malcolm in the Middle, and Terry Bradshaw gamely hosting the Digibowl, but the lion's share of cross-promotion went to the new Fox Family channel with its 1998 launch. So this makes Fox Kids Heads for the Hills the end of an interesting era in Fox Kids history. I hope this piece of lost media becomes not lost someday. But for right now, it's just interesting to know why they did it. A few shoutouts before we go. First, obviously, huge thanks to Maureen Smith for answering my questions about the King of the Hill stunt. Smith is one of the more underrated people in Fox Kids and, frankly, all of cable broadcasting history. Not only did her team give us Digimon, but when she headed up Animal Planet after Fox Kids, she was responsible for giving us the Puppy Bowl as well. I also want to shout out Crudvid. He has a huge repository of Fox Kids commercial breaks and has been doing a lot of work to give us accurate schedules for old kids networks. We have full Bart Casting and Louie live at the Simpsons Stunts thanks to his work. So please give his channel a visit, you won't be disappointed. Thanks for watching, y'all. I just got promoted to full-time at my job, which explains why video uploads have been, well, sporadic lately. I'm hoping to get a few more Pick of the Weeks out soon, as well as a few collaborations, as well as finally doing Fox Kids Club episode 6 on the Fox Kids Club. Keep watching this space, I got some good stuff coming.
Does your mother know you're doing this?